What's up, everybody? It's your boy Ryan, and this is the Red Light Room. Hope you guys are doing well. So, look, I wanted to quick make this video about the idea that once you find the right strategy for addressing a problem in your physiology, you should be seeing results pretty quickly. Okay? Pretty quickly. And I'll give you a few examples to illustrate the point. So say you have a energy problem throughout the day, right? An energy issue. Now that could be so many things. It could be a systemic inflammatory response from things that you're doing. A lot of people don't recognize how much of a big problem this is with people in general. That like you're overcooking food and it's producing heterocyclic amines, or the type of food that you're eating is actually causing low-level systemic inflammation. It's something that people disregard, right? But then they've got brain fog and don't understand why. You know, the inflammatory process is a process by which your immune system specifically and inflammatory mediators are sending themselves to repair tissue and repair cellular function throughout your body. And, you know, in the process of doing that, these mediators, like cytokines, can literally penetrate the blood-brain barrier and give you brain fog. And literally, you have brain fog from that, right? So whether it's inflammation from what you're eating and what you're doing, which is a huge thing, and will be a part of a program that I'm going to be launching within the next 10 days, called the 30-Day Energy Transformation Program, or it's an adrenal issue. And you're kind of tired throughout the day. You wake up uber tired even though you slept for 8 hours. You urinate a lot. You can't drink coffee because it does not work in the same way it does with others. It makes you profoundly tired and then forces you to urinate more, and that makes you tired, and it fusses with your cortisol. Or it's a problem with your sexual physiology, right? EQ, libido, visceral libido, sensation, etc. On and on. It's a problem with brain performance. It's a problem with motivation. It's a problem with focus. Once you have the right strategy, you should see results right away. So let's take a couple of those examples. So the first person who's got a systemic inflammatory response that is constant, and many people have this. I have gotten very heavily into that realm, and you'll see that in the 30-Day Energy Transformation Program, and I'll be talking a lot more about it and how relevant it is. So let's just say that immediately, just as one strategy, they switched to a Mediterranean-style eating protocol. That's just one strategy, right? They start eating salmon, asparagus, olive oil. They're cooking with olive oil, olives, lots of salads, good regular, like real bread. You know, and their snacks are maybe some hummus and vegetables or whatever. But ultimately, they're eating a Mediterranean diet. Within days, and sometimes a day, of starting that diet, just as one example of a person with, you know, some sort of, you know, constant systemic inflammatory response that is crossing the blood-brain barrier, giving them brain fog, they will feel better, right? They found the right strategy, right? At least in part, they're targeting the right strategy. Now, there's all type of things that you would want to do in that particular situation, like don't overcook your food, etc., etc. Remove things in your regimen, your diet, your lifestyle that are known to trigger the inflammatory response in your body, because in some fashion they're causing damage, right? You should see immediate results. For someone that's got adrenal hormone output issues, and let's just call it cortisol is dysregulated, get on a regimen of a B complex, 500 milligrams vitamin C, some quercetin, licorice root, just a few examples. Maybe some bovine adrenal cortex. Within days, they will start to feel better because it's the right strategy, right? Like if the strategy is, or if the issue is an adrenal hormone issue, and they're executing a proper strategy that works on that ailment, they will start to feel better. Same thing with test, same thing with motivation problems, right? If your motivation issue is related to dopamine receptor burnout, and you start engaging in a 9-MEBC, bromontane, NAC, otherwise strategy to target the dopamine receptors and dopamine synthesis Within days, you will feel better. So what's the takeaway? The takeaway is like, first of all, like whatever energy problem you have or whatever issues you have that prevent you from being your full self in terms of energy, in terms of brain performance and output and motivation and focus and happiness, mood stability, excitement for life. One, there is a solution, and two, when you find the right strategy, you will get alleviation from your symptoms almost immediately. Most cases immediately. I mean, 90+% of time immediately. I can't tell you how many times I've gotten the call from someone who's like, yeah, I just paid David Amen $10,000 and we did a bunch of brain scans and I got this like very general recommendation sheet and I've been executing some of the protocols for 6 months and have had maybe marginal results, and in some cases less than marginal results, which is crazy. Plenty of people go and do that. They pay these specialists, if you will, and get nothing. I get the call from those people, and within 2 weeks, marked symptom improvement, right? We've worked on the repair process. In some cases, mere days. I've got clients, right, that, you know, came to me with a litany of issues, right? And we're working one issue at a time, trying to hit them all, but some issues may have to be tackled a little bit later in like a 3.5 month or a 6 month, better yet, consult. When we start targeting those issues at the right time, within days, hey Ryan, my energy is better, my focus is better, my sleep is better, my motivation is better, my brain performance is better, just from this recent change that we did targeting this issue. What's the point? Point is, dude, if there's something wrong with your physiology or there's something that can be improved upon, when you have the right strategy, you will notice improvements. It does work in a linear fashion, but I think why people are so confused and don't think that it does is because they're not approaching it with the correct strategy. And sometimes that's okay because you're trying a bunch of things. But when you find what is working and what is very specifically targeting your problem, you start to feel better. Remember, guys, chemistry is very specific, very, very specific. And it's almost like a puzzle or something. You're missing a piece or pieces in the puzzle. When you find the piece, you put it in the slot, puzzle looks like it's supposed to look, comes together, and you end up feeling good. Okay, so keep that in mind. Whatever your issues are, when you find the right strategy, and you should be working incessantly on an experimental and a research capacity to find that right strategy, you will feel better. And you can move onward and upward to having better physiology. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to continue getting soaked in the red light here. Hope you guys are having a great day. Again, yes, the Energy Transformation Protocol, it's a 30-day program. It is not a consult with me. It is a program with video modules and a PDF and instructions and a protocol for full-on energy optimization. That is coming probably within the next 10 days or so, so look out for that. It's going to be amazing. In the meantime, Cortex Stack, livecortex.com, very powerful nootropic stack. I took it about 2.5 hours ago. Still verbally fluent. This stuff just turns everything on. It's really awesome. Get it at livecortex.com. All of our courses, all of our digital books. If you're interested in working with me at any capacity to fix problems with physiology specifically, this is what I do. It's what prompted me doing this video. It's what I love. Again, when someone comes to me that paid Daniel Amen 10 grand or whoever, and they were like, here, do a cleanse or something, like, you know, and the strategy didn't help them. People are searching and searching for answers and not finding answers. Then I get the call from them, and within weeks, they're feeling better. And then, look, we may have more work to do. That's a lot of instant gratification for me and the person. So think about that if you'd like to work with me on either a 3.5 month or a 6 month basis. That is the basis for what we do in those consults. I've said enough. I've said too much. I've got to go back to red light therapy. Talk to you later.